Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
All right, Stewart. I want to start with this, man. The first time I remember hearing your name was in your second fight as a professional when you fought Ryan Robertson. Ryan was like one of the guys that was, coming up, doing really well for himself. The record wasn't that great, but he was doing really well. And you took him out, man. And that really, I don't know if it surprised a lot of people, but that really put you on the map. What do you remember from that fight? And how did that fight impact you?
Yeah, it was a Ryan was a really like tough opponent. It was a big step up. Like he had a bunch of MMA fights. I think like 13 at the time, pro fights. I'm not sure what he's amateur. I think he had some amateur fights too, but like 13 pro fights, and it was my second fight. So it was like a big step up. He had a belt in a couple of other organizations and stuff. And it was for a belt. It was for the XFC belt, which was, yeah, a big deal for me. And yeah, he was a really good opponent, like really tough. And I ended up getting the finish, but it was in the third round. It wasn't an easy fight by any means. And yeah, it was just a great fight. It was good to go the 3 rounds, like get to the third. In my first fight, I had like a little panic attack, at the end of the first round. Like I managed to finish it in the first round, but I was um I was like worried about starting again, like starting on my feet again and having, going back to the corner, then having to come out again and, look for the takedown. And so that was a little box I ticked, was to go, multiple rounds. Um, and yeah, I got the belt from that fight, which yeah helps, to get future fights and stuff. So yeah, it was a big fight for me. And yeah, Ryan's doing really well now, still competing and doing really well.
Yeah, man. And since that fight, you're undefeated. You've done really well for yourself. And which fight do you think that you propelled more from? What I mean, that like you performed really well, like you overcame maybe more in the fight, or be even before the fight, even during training camp. Is there any fight that sticks out?
Oh. There's actually a few. There's a few that would, yeah, I don't know which is like in the fight. It was definitely like my fourth fight, the one that went the decision. I ended up going 5 rounds, so 25 minutes. Um, yeah, that like in terms of the actual fight itself, that was a rough one. I fractured my orbital in the beginning of the third round, and was seeing double I was probably, I'm going to assume I was concussed. Like I ate a knee going for a takedown, which fractured my orbital. I managed to finish the takedown, but I knew something was wrong. Like, yeah, it just felt off. Like my nose was bleeding. I don't really bleed often. And yeah, when I went back to my corner, like I looked over and I could see two of them. I could see um, two opponents standing across the cage. And I was like, oh, what the hell is going on? But then I closed one eye, and then it just reduced back to one. So I was like, all right, we fight with one eye closed. But yeah, that one had me asking myself some questions, like, man, is this going to be it? Because I lost position as well in that third round. I ended up getting reversed, put on my back, and yeah, just mentally, that was a tough fight in terms of the fight itself. Just had to dig deep and find a way to win. But in terms of training camps that have been rough, like uh, which fight was it? I think it was maybe my sixth fight against Stewart Nicoll. We were doing renovations at the time. We just bought a house, 4 months prior, and we were like really pushing to get the renovations done because we had twins on the way, and then the twins ended up coming in fight week. So yeah, my wife gave birth on Thursday morning. Oh no, Wednesday afternoon. Sorry, Wednesday afternoon. We got out of hospital Thursday morning, and then I had to go start cutting weight and stuff. But it was just a rough week. Like we were up, for we got like hardly any sleep. Like over the course of 2 days, we might have had like 3 hours sleep or something, which is just not ideal for a weight cut week. Like it's pretty draining and stressful as it is. But yeah, that was a rough. That was like mentally rough and like physically like it was just a really rough week. But yeah, we made weight and we yeah, got the win on that fight as well. So in terms of fight camps, that's yeah, that was probably the roughest like fight week.
Man, and all of that, man, leads up to you getting signed by the UFC, which is phenomenal, man. Because nowadays it's so hard to just get a contract straight into the UFC. Usually it's like short notice or contender series or the road to UFCs or Ultimate Fighters, but you didn't have to go through none of that. Now you're set. UFC
Yeah,
305, Perth, Australia. Jesus Aguilar, what do you think of him and his fighting style?
yeah, yeah. It's great. Just go straight in. It's because one of those things becoming more real every day. Like we're how many days out? Like 8 days out or something. It's like, damn, this is real. Like this is yeah, this is legit. I'm getting really, really excited. It's giving me a lot of energy actually. Like it's yeah, we're still training hard, but I feel awesome, man. I'm just like just so excited, just buzzing. Um, yeah, as an opponent, I think it's awesome. I think we match up pretty well. Like he's very aggressive, comes out hard, throws with bad intentions, like his calf kicks, his overhand, his left hook and left kick, like body kick and head kick. Like he just throws everything. He throws the kitchen sink at you. Which is good for me. Like I like to, be in the pocket, whether it's striking or with my takedown. So someone who closes the distance, like less work for me. I can we can meet in the middle and go to war. So yeah, I think as a matchup, I think it's a good matchup for me. Um, versus someone who's just running away, just using the jab and moving. I think I've got answers for that as well, but yeah, it's just a different fight. I think Jesus is going to come out, and we're going to meet in the middle, and fireworks will happen.
And you get to fight in your country, your own country. You don't have to travel too far, and the crowd's going to be on your side. There's a lot of things that in your favor, because a lot of people don't want to travel to Perth to fight, especially from America.
Yeah, yeah, like it's still yeah. No, it's gonna be awesome. Like the crowd's gonna be I hope they're on my side. That'd be that'd be rough if if they're all screaming "Viva la Mexico" or so whatever whatever they're screaming. No, I hope they're on my side. No, I think it's gonna be awesome. Like yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, for a first fight, you couldn't have asked for a better deal. Like fight in your home country and in an arena, like a big event. It's not like a small like stadium. Like it's gonna be a huge crowd. So yeah, like it's just so exciting. It's just like just straight into the big show. Like it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be a sick card as well. Like I'm looking forward to watching the fights after I'm done. Like get back in the arena after they kick me out and watch the fights. Um, Sorry, I've lost track of your question. Have I
Yeah,
answered
yeah,
it somewhat
yeah,
though?
of course, man. And
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
yeah, familiar environment, because also like a lot of the fighters that are on the card, you've seen around, training or at events locally. Like it's a familiar environment, even in that way as well.
Yep. Yeah. Well, like I've yet to experience fighting overseas, so like I said, it's just perfect that it's turned out this way. But I look forward. I really, really look forward. That's another like challenge and something to tick off is I really look forward to the next fight. Fighting somewhere else. Like I want to stay busy and so I'm looking to fight again, hopefully before the end of the year. And I'm almost certain it's not going to be in Australia. It's going to be somewhere else. Maybe I'm the one getting booed fighting the local hero. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Like it's just exciting, just living the dream and doing this crazy sport and just yeah. So it's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to what the future holds.
No doubt. And, Team Compton, you guys are building a solid team, great coaches, working with your striking, I mean, because they're known for the striking, Team Compton. Like, how has it been over the few years?
Yeah, that's it's like I found like the perfect team pretty early on. Like I started training with Dan Higgins and added integrated, and then yeah, they sort of everyone sort of and Steve as well. Steve was added integrated as well, and that's where I met them. And then things like everyone sort of uh, pathways, and then continued training with Dan Higgins and Steve Compton at a Compton Training Center, and yeah, it's been really good. Like yeah, just for me, especially like working on my weaknesses, which is like my striking, like just constantly evolving and learning new things, and yeah, being under their guidance. And then with Dan, like he is well rounded. Like Dan Higgins is well rounded, but he his philosophy, I think, is very much the same. Like we fight smart. We take them down and you know eliminate the risk and finish our opponents on the ground. So it's just awesome having both those guys as my coaches and being able to learn from both of them. Like yeah, just contrasting, I suppose. And yeah, it's an awesome team. I'm very lucky to have both those guys guiding me through this journey.
Yeah, it's high level guys, and I see that you travel around a little bit because you need to find the smaller guys to train with. I believe you go out and train with Reese McLaren, one of the best. You know what I mean? How has it been, and who do you train with? Outside of Compton.
Yeah, I do travel a bit. I haven't trained too much with Reese. I trained with him like a couple of times, like in recent times. I trained with Sean Yachi as well up at Sunny Coast. I've made a couple of trips over there, and he's come down as well and helped me out training. Um, do a lot of training. Like this is just cross training, so this is just like one day a fortnight or one day a week sort of thing. So it's not not the majority of my training, but I do think it's important to just to get different looks, train with people who don't know what you're going to do per se, like and you don't know what they're going to do, like you don't really know what their skill sets are. Kind of gives you that feeling of a fight too, and I like being familiar with that feeling as much as possible. So yeah, I train at CMBT, usually on the Sundays at the Gold Coast with James Sargent, and he gets all the boys together and stuff, all the lighter guys. They've got like a lot of flyweights that way, flyweights and bantamweights. So he puts a group together for me. He's yeah, he's a brother from another mother. Like he looks after me, man. Like I love that guy, and he yeah, puts a little team together for me, and they all yeah, get some good work in. And yeah, just yeah, that's what we're after. Just yeah, good training with different bodies, around the same size, which is yeah, very difficult to get in Australia. I don't know. I think we like our meat pies and that too much here. Everyone's huge. Everyone's massive. Maybe in Japan or something wouldn't be a problem. I imagine not. But in
Yeah.
Australia, we got a lot of big boys. So yeah, no, it's good. It's good to mix it up.
Did you work with Shannon Ross at CMBT?
No, no, no. So I think yeah, he's got like what, four kids or something. So I think
Yeah, he does definitely have
Sundays
kids.
are like, and I get that 100%. I got three kids, but I just
Mm.
drag them to wherever I go and let them stick them in the cage. When we get to CMVT, they got a cage there. I stick the kids in the cage with my wife. My wife's looking after them, play with them and stuff. But and we're
Yeah,
you know, yeah, my wife is really committed to this dream of mine, and she follows me and supports me wherever we go, whatever I need to do. She 100% backs me, and that's one of those things. Sundays sometimes we go cross train, and yeah, the whole family comes along. But no, so Shannon I think spends Sundays with the family, and usually Reese as well. I think that's the situation there as well. Usually Reese McLaren, Sunday. Well, most guys, right? Sundays is rest day. But yeah, for me, Sundays is like, oh, let's see if I can get some cross training in, see who's keen, and James always finds a few guys that are keen, and yeah.
for sure. And having a wife that's committed to your dream as much as because you've been in the game, you've seen guys, that don't have that, at home,
Mm.
and it does affect them. But it propels you. How good is it to have a spouse like that?
Yeah, like I don't, yeah, I couldn't do it without it, eh? Like yeah, like it's a, yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. It's a team operation, and yeah, she's a pivotal part of the team, and supports me and helps me in every way she can. Yeah, like especially with the kids, like we got three little kids and stuff, and she does like
Mhm.
90%. Maybe I'm being a bit like she does at least 90% of the work, like looking after them and stuff. And so yeah, like she really supports me, and she just does everything she can to make sure that I've got everything I need and to chase the dream. yeah, so it motivates me like crazy. Like I want to make sure I do really well and give back to her and to the kids and stuff, and make sure that all the sacrifices are worth it. Um, and yeah, we're looking to, after this fight, go on a little holiday and stuff. Because like I said, weekends, everything's just paid. Like everyone just follows me around, and we just get work in, so I can make sure I'm at my best. But I'm looking forward to a little break, like just 3 or 4 days. Um,
Mm.
Go Strawberry Island or something. Well, we've already booked it essentially. We go there for the weekend for 4 days and just hang out with the family and just like just enjoy each other's company and hopefully be celebrating regardless, win or lose.
Mm.
Just celebrating, just being together, and the important things. Families,
Yeah,
much bigger and more important than this. So be just good to decompress after this fight camp.
for sure. What are your expectations out of yourself in this fight coming up? You're undefeated. You're making your UFC debut. There's a lot on the line. Not a lot on the line, but there's a lot going into this fight.
Yeah, my expectation is to go out there and leave it all on the line. Like just give it everything. I'm not gonna hold back. I know the lights are gonna be bright, but like that's not my style. Like I'm forward pressure and yeah, I expect fireworks, man. Like I know he's forward pressure as well. Um, so yeah, there's not gonna be a lot of like just two guys hanging around on the outside and fainting at each other and staring at each other. So I think it's gonna be we're gonna get in close pretty quick. Um, and then yeah, like I'm going to try to do my thing, and he's going to try to do his thing, and we'll see who's the better man on the night. But yeah, I'm hoping to to get to where I'm best, and that's on the ground, and look for a TKO on the ground, just like my last 4 fights. So yeah, just that's my aspirations for this fight, and but yeah, well, anything can happen in this game, and there's only one way to find out, and 9 days time, 9 days time, we'll find out.
Yeah, yeah. When you got signed, right, there was quite a few flyweights that were, in line, just like you know,
Yep.
near getting signed, and you're the one who got signed. So, and then there's guys going to contender series, obviously. Was there a little hate on you, man? Because there was, like I said, there was a few flyweights that are next in line.
Probably. Like I haven't seen too much of it.
Mm.
But yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to it too much.
Nice.
But I'm sure, like that's just how people work. That's how
Yeah.
a lot of people work. When someone does something well, like people tend to hate on them. But no, it's all been like all I've seen like is love from everyone. Like
Mm.
um. And yeah, like if any of those other guys got the shot, like I'd be rooting for them as well. Like I'd be
Mhm.
like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. Like, congratulations, and anything I can do to help, like I'm there for you. Like, yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird that yeah, how some people work. But no, like I haven't seen trying to think, I haven't seen any hate.
That's good.
I haven't got any crazy DMs or anything. Or not.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't check my DMs too much on the request inside, but nah, it's all been love. It's all been love.
Mhm. All right, cool. One last thing, man. Recently Muhammad Mokaev, right, who's 12-0, undefeated. I think he's 6-0 in the UFC. He just got released, for some things, and a lot of people
Mm,
are saying the UFC flyweight division is done. They're not even
right.
re-signing the prospects. Like, what do you think of that whole thing?
I haven't heard that second part. Like, but yeah, with is it Mokaev? How do you say his
Yeah.
name? Mokaev.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's fair, to be honest. I think first and foremost, like, we got to be good people. We got to be good human beings. Like yeah, there's a lot of people that get away with some stuff in sports and that. And I don't. Yeah, I don't agree with it. I think like first and foremost, we got to be good human beings. And I know it's a fight game, so it's kind of like it's kind
Hmm.
of rough to say that. Like we're in the business of hurting each other. So I get that side of it, but yeah, no, I think we gotta do our best anyways to be at least decent human beings and decent role models and all the rest. And if you're doing dumb things, you're going to get strikes under your name. And I think that was the case. I think that, one too many strikes for, various things. And I think that's fair. Like, we should hold each other to that standard. You can't just, you got to be a good person as well. Like, it sucks. Like, in a sporting context, you want to have like the best guys fighting.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, it kind of like, it takes away from it. Like, the Russians not being in the Olympics, it's like, it sucks. And it's not the fucking athlete's fault for that in that
Yeah.
instance. Yeah. So it kind of it does take away from the division, like him not getting re-signed. Yeah, because he's freaking awesome. Like, he's doing incredible. But I think that's just, and I think that's well, I don't know the backstory. I don't think anyone really knows all the details. But as a principle, like, I think, you get a few strikes for the things you do outside of the cage, and you're out, and that's fair. Yeah, we can't be, we've got to be good people as well as athletes.
Understand completely, man. August 17th, UFC 305 Perth. Stewart Nicoll is gonna make his UFC debut, man. A lot of people have been waiting for this, and it's gonna be an exciting fight. Like you said, the dude comes to finish fights, and you finish fights as well. So we'll see what happens. Thank you, Stewart, so much. All the best, man.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.